Hey everybody, what's going on? Back for another video. Hope everybody's doing well. Just thanking the Most High, so much, giving him all the honor, the glory, and all the praise. Thanking him for so much. And just shout out to all the subscribers once again. Everybody's been listening, and I just want to say thank you. Let's just keep lifting each other up, in Christ. Um, but hey, I want to just I want to just do. I'm gonna call it real talk on Enoch, you know, the book of Enoch. And man, that book, I'm not, the Bible is my source, that's why I read. But I mean, I'm just want to tell people, if you haven't read the book of Enoch, just it's on the internet. You just have to type the book. Go to Google probably and type Book of Enoch, and it should have some kind of index. You should see somewhere it'll be on. It's on the internet. You can look at it. Just skim through it, because that book, man, it's a non-canon, but it is part of the Bible. It's just not in the Bible. Um, that book reveals of all these naysayers talking about all this old fallen angels. They can't do all that. That book destroys all that, man. And it shows you what they was doing. It shows that it was these fallen angels, or what the Bible calls them, the watchers, who did come down. They did have sex with the daughters of men. They mixed and mingled. And then it goes deeper. And then you can read, put it up there, Genesis. You can read Genesis chapter 6. They was mixing. Not only was mixing, they was mixing DNA. They was teaching mankind. Enoch goes into that, how they was teaching mankind things. They was teaching enchantments. They was teaching crafts. They was teaching stuff that should never been taught, man. They was teaching. I'm trying to figure out other stuff they was talking about, but they just they was teaching a whole lot of stuff that should never have been taught, man. And that's why the Most High was so angry at them. He was so upset with them, because they was teaching stuff that shouldn't have never been taught about. It was like craftsmen stuff, like how to make swords and shields, stuff like that. Because why? The paradise, if we live right, it was no need for all that stuff. There was no need. And they was teaching stuff that shouldn't have been taught anyway, because we know God. They was teaching sorcery. Um, they was teaching a whole lot. They was teaching a whole lot of stuff, and most of the stuff that's going on right now in science and most of these occult stuff, they get it from the watchers, the fallen angels. That's where they get their knowledge. They get their knowledge from the fallen angels and Satan. A whole lot of these folks is practicing this stuff. But just read. I'm not asking you to read the whole thing. Just skim through it, man. Skim through. Look it up. The Book of Enoch. Go on Google. Type in the Book of Enoch and Google it. It's a good book, man. It's a powerful book. And it also not only talks about what the fallen angels and what they were doing, it talks about, it goes into, detail all the names of them, and the how and it talks about how them giants too, how they was made with the women, and them women gave birth to giants, and them giants were good for a while, but then they turned on mankind, and they just start causing havoc, man. And that'll show you why God had the Most High to send that flood in there. It also talks about something that's good for this end time. If you go to skim towards some part of the end of the book, it talks about judgment, man. If people who want to stay ungodly, they don't want to get right. Enoch talks a whole lot about that too. So that book is a prophetic book also. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like because he has some visions too. But I'm not telling you to read all. I just want you to skim through it. You know, I mean, if I'm not forcing you, I'm not like telling you. I just putting this out there. You know, but I am encouraging you to read it because it is a good book. Just like I said, go to Google, type in Book of Enoch, and then click on it. And it should give you a you should see something where you can click on it and it'll give you the book. You know, I mean, and not the book. You know, they'll have it. You can read it. You know, internet wise. You know, um, but yeah, man, and it shows you what them fallen angels did. So for all these naysayers, the Book of Enoch just shuts all that down, man. It tells you what they was doing. It tells you that they really did have mingled with the daughters. They had sex with daughters of men because they looked down and they saw that the women were beautiful. They was fair to look upon, and they took daughters of men. You know, and they taught things that should never have been taught, man. If you understand why the Most High was so angry with them, they taught stuff uh, out of order that the Most High was pretty much against. And that's why you see all this stuff we got now, man. It shows you how even the animals, you know, got corrupted. A whole lot of stuff got out of hand, man. That should never have gotten out of hand. And the book, you know, like I said, elaborates on that. You know, it also talks about the Ancient of Days. If you saw it in the Bible, you know, it talks about the Son of Man. You know how Christ is referred to. You know, it talks about all that stuff, man. It just elaborates, you know, on it. You know, I'm not telling you to read the whole thing, but just skim through it, especially the beginning of it. You know, do some of it. It'll tell you what them fallen angels did. It'll also tell you there was a part. I'm not gonna go on all of it, but there was a part in the book of Enoch where them fallen angels came to Enoch because they were scared of God, and they went to Enoch and they told Enoch to make a petition for them or intercede intercede on their behalf. And basically, when God talked with Enoch, God told Enoch, you know, there's no redemption for them. You know, there's no redemption for what they did. You know, they corrupted man. They so there's no remedy, you know, at all, because they went to Enoch to see if God would pardon them, but God told them, no, there's no redemption. They pretty much destroyed mankind, man. So if you understand that, you understand why, you know, we are in the shape we are in, man. That book is powerful, man. It's non-canon. I mean, it's not. It wasn't originally in the Bible, but if you understand, it is part of the Bible. It is part of the Bible. But like I said, it's not. It was taken. You know, it wasn't put in the Word of God. And if you understand, you start understanding a whole lot of things start getting left out that we didn't know, man. A whole lot of stuff that got left out. It talks about Noah, and basically Enoch. It talks a whole lot about Enoch. Enoch, you know, he was a righteous man. You know, God loved him and all that stuff. But really, I want you to read about what them fallen angels was doing, and it goes even deeper. And the book of Enoch goes into greater detail of the stuff that was going on in those end times, man. I mean, not in time, in those days. I'm sorry, in those times. The early parts of you know, Earth, but so yeah, man. I mean, this is the stuff we living in right now, man. Because all this stuff, the occult, all this stuff, the folk is doing, man, is knowledge that came from the fallen angels, from the Bible. The book of Enoch calls them the Watchers. You know, who came down here and was mixing DNA. Most of this stuff is going on in science, man. Most of this stuff is going on. It's knowledge that comes from fallen angels, man. You can trace it back. You know, you can trace it back. And I mean, they know about this stuff. A whole lot of folk know about it. The Bible said men don't want to retain God and knowledge. But yeah, most of the stuff that's going on is from the occult knowledge. You know, yeah, most of this stuff it comes from the occult, man. All this new age stuff that these preachers are talking about, and all this stuff is not scriptural at all. So I know I'm not gonna make this video, any longer. I'm gonna just say, I'm not asking because the Bible is our source, man. But I'm just asking you, man. I'm not forcing you. It's optional, but I do encourage you to at least skim through it and look at what them fallen angels were doing. You're gonna understand the stuff they was teaching, why we in the shape we in right now, and what they tried to do. And if you notice why they did that to try to corrupt, to stop the Christ from coming through. That was another attempt right there to stop the Messiah from coming through. That's why you hear most people say they didn't take any specific kind of when they took women from Noah's. They took women from the line of Adam, because they was trying to stop the Messiah from coming through. But of course, it failed. Satan's attempts are so whatever he tries, man, it fails. He fails. Because like I said, Satan is defeated, and the believers have the victory. But it's just still so many attempts, man. He's trying to because he already knows he couldn't stop it. He can't stop it. The plan of salvation, people can receive salvation now, so he failed that. So now what he's trying to do is, he's trying to distract mankind from salvation. He's giving folks all these distractions and stuff. But that's not to get off and all that. Yeah. Real talk on Enoch and the fallen angels, y'all. That's what I'm gonna call this video. Just skim through the book, man. Skim through the book of Enoch. If you have read it, comment about it. Just give me some comments. Give me some feedback on it. I mean, read it and come back and talk to me about it. If there's anything you found out that you didn't know that astonished you or something like that, or whatever, man. It is optional. But I am encouraging you to read it because you're gonna find out a lot of stuff, man. That the Bible, that if you read Genesis chapter 6 in the Bible, it shows you that what they was doing too. But Enoch goes even in greater detail on what they was doing. So yeah, just a little just a little quick vid for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Thanking the Most High, giving him all the glory and all the praise. So shout out to everybody. Just skim through it. I'm not asking you to read the whole thing. Just read it and come back. Talk to me about it. And just let me know what you think of it. So God bless everybody. God bless y'all, man. I'm praying for all of us that we stay focused in these end times. So that being said, I love y'all. To the Lord say the same. Peace and remain blessed.